We are live.
All right, it's 3 o'clock on October 7th. I call this organizational meeting of the Ad Hoc Committee on Audit to order. And the record reflects all three members of the committee are present. We don't have any public, but if someone comes in, James is team. First things first, welcome everybody. I think we haven't done their responsibility. We appreciate it. Figured let's get the council president. We have experience. How are you? Do you wish to make public comment today? Okay, great. Wide range of experiences to the table, and we tried this before in the past. I think if memory serves, we lost our internal auditor, and then COVID hit, and stopped. So now have an internal auditor back with us. And we're going to try this again. With the council member, Council President Garza Keegan wanted to do this. We're going to talk a little bit about what charge the committee is going to be. The first one is going to be to provide guidance and oversight to the city council and general auditor. Responsibilities and getting a lot of plans and execution the city does. Nuts and bolts. What we're going to do with that, the others is evaluate whether we should recommend this to the standing committee or not. My suspicion is we'll probably make that recommendation, but we'll see how things go for the first year. We have to have an annual audit plan by December 16, 2024. And while that seems like a long ways away, it's not. So I think what we need to do is a little bit of housekeeping to work towards that goal. I like the outcomes of the day. It's going to be like free form, but I'm going to go through the things that are prepared for us, and then we can take a look at the resolution, which I think is the basis of our committee charge. One thing I think would be useful to take a look at also is item B, is the actual charter language that spells out the internal auditor. So the internal auditor is, I believe, the only position in the charter that the city council is required to hire. And we have done that. A qualified person is serving the internal auditor. And this person is responsible to the city council, and they provide authority to the city council. Yeah. There's a list of about 9 different duties of power. I think I'm going to go over them just for the record. Just going to read them together. Read. But the IA shall go full-time to the service of the city and shall assist the city council in evaluating the planning and budget affairs of the city in order to develop and maintain the plan. I think what's important to highlight here is that the legislative body governs resolutions, ordinances, and policy. And the internal auditor's role is to help us evaluate one, the financial position, but whether the policies we have in place as a city council are lending to deficiencies in the financial position. Charles or Lisa, Greg, I said wrong in that space.
Not yet.
Feel free to just correct me when I do step on. So I think that's really important to keep in mind because we've had a lot of three internal auditors at the time before. That's several times. And I want to make sure we're focused on what this committee wants, and that is helping on the audit schedule, evaluate those audits, and then see if there's course corrections required. So our task is to take that information and digest it. Some policy changes. Number two, the internal auditor shall make audits of financial transactions of all city agencies at least once every year, or as otherwise directed by the city council. The internal auditor shall have access to the financial reports of all city agencies. I don't think we've had any issues with this administration providing access to our internal auditor. It has been a past problem that I did not experience since the time here, but I just want to point out pretty good working conditions on that front. But I don't think we've done a good job of having audits of financial transactions of all 6 agencies once a year. Right? That's a big problem. Following the charter, there's some regulations that obviously item 3 is some details of the reports that the internal auditor will make about the audits. They are bigger and city clerk and city people. So one that kind of guides what Charles should review today on these annual reports. Questions or concerns? Item 4, as soon as possible after the close of each fiscal year, the internal auditor shall provide an analysis of the financial position of the city and proportion of the record. I think I'm just highlighting item 4 because it's next on the list, but also because we did close out the fiscal year relatively recently, and I don't recall us having that done. So I'm going to highlight that as kind of a should highlight item 1, 2, setting the
Well, the financial position of them is completely closed yet. It's still on audit, and then after the audit changes to everything else stays. So I don't want to enter anything this time.
Yeah. No, I think as soon as possible is probably right phrase there. So I think that's right. I know she said that also about ready to go. So anyway, okay, well, look at us sort of want to make it all done. Understand. Internal auditors shall review the administration and performance of any city agency and report findings and recommendations to the city council, county clerk. I think probably part of these appropriate. The internal auditor shall promptly make a report to the city council and city agencies regarding irregularities in practice and propose and recommendations to improving accounting procedures and systems of the agency and account boards report irregularities. So I think 6 we'll get to once the first few items are accomplished. The internal auditor shall evaluate the capital improvement plans and procedures. The internal auditor shall have no authority to audit the activities of the board of water. Remind ourselves of that. So the auditor may be authorized by the city council to hire and staff to perform the statutory supervision. Sherry, remember, was there a time when there were more than one person? Do you know how many?
Oh my gosh. For my time, and I think if I look back at the historical records, probably total there was 4. Yeah. But that was years ago.
Well, I think one thing too, when I look at the budget for the internal audit, is we have to go to the budget process. Training dollars, for instance, and certifications and certifications cost more than I'm not suggesting we start from place of hiring more staff, but I except as otherwise provided, returner, the internal auditor shall not have any connection with the city's decision whether it is to be all previous time served in the auditor is no longer city agencies. An independent audit shall be made of all accounts in the city government, close issues of the year, and should this is completed by October 15th, which is special penalties will be as a name place the foundation of the city. External auditor shall report on the activities and accounts. So any questions or observations? The next piece, I'm not going to go through it. It is 24 pages long, and Eric put this together, kind of looking at it's a detailed audit plan. I did send it to kind of looking at ways where there's risk. So I think it's just sort of a historical document. Nothing future, but we're going to take a look at in your spare time. Page 13 starts. This is right now risk for irregularities. College. So I'm not suggesting, like again, I'm not suggesting we go through this, but just like files. So there's that. Charles, I'm going to open the floor for you to kind of give some perspective on how you're outside of what it is.
This is a good basis. I mean, there's a lot of Eric has provided. It's a good training tool for background, performing risk assessment, audit plan. It goes into a lot of detail. It doesn't necessarily. We don't have necessarily depth familiar with all of the philosophy process, but just to be aware that he identifies out the auditable units, which are important. Charter units. All agencies. I think part of the auditable unit is figuring out what agencies are within the organization and trying to get a scope on to how large and small they are, as opposed to treating each one individually equally. There's different risks between them. Using different methodologies to identify the levels of risk. I think it's somewhere else where you had high, low, where you had different criteria for each of the agencies in order to identify which ones to come out. That's a sound process. Go through yeah, 19 highlight. So this is bringing it all together, summarizing and saying, okay, overall, where should we focus on? And he breaks it down to really good levels, which ones are high risk and financial complex. So some a similar methodology, maybe just refreshing, maybe interviews with individuals to identify information as as far as each agency's audit throughout the year, I don't think we're going to have a budget capable of doing such a thing. But it depends on how we define as an auditing agency. Some of my preliminary look might be reviewing expenses, going through each agency, getting some invoices, getting some time sheets, and things like that. Looking through each agency just at a minimum level in order to let them know, hey, audit is watching everyone, not just reoccurring high risk agencies. As far as the budget you're saying, I was doing a quick back of the envelope calculation, just memberships for different organizations, ASCPA, CPAs, Audit Association. Every year, those are $1,000 just for membership to the organization, purchasing continuing professional education, certification, those are additional time.
So the way I see it, first we need to set a schedule for budget. I have had discussions with house leadership. Everybody, we can sort of overall how we got away and
That's next Monday the 14th. then again, the 20th.
How's 4 o'clock on Monday, the second, third Monday? The fourth Monday. Yep.
28th.
Over 28th. November, December 2nd.
November 18th. And then the 2nd and the 16th they meet, and the 16th would be the deadline. in the-
Yeah,
So
so
you could do both days in December, or play the 2nd and finalize the 16th.
How about for this year? Let's do. At 20.
At 4.
Let's do it the night. Does that work for everyone?
Then you pick any time.
Yeah, and then we'll do it the night. Yeah, the
Okay.
night. Yeah, the time was just 4 o'clock. So
That'll be fine.
let's do 4, and then that gets us through this year up to the deadline of the 16th. And then we submit some back to the end of the year. For standard.
And then your report, you'll have, yep, so we will have time to get it.
Yep.
Show up.
Yep.
Yep, thank you.
All right,
So then, Charles, I think we've got a couple meetings set. What I'm gonna ask you to do is take a look at what we talked about today and then put together an audit schedule. Start to take a look at December 20th, October, and in November, including audit of all the departments, external audit, administration performance of city agencies. Those are the 4 big highlights from the chart. So put an annual plan together. Takes 3 weeks to those, and if it says these can't be done on an annual basis, like that's fine. I think because we've done nothing at all, so these may be a 24-month plan or something that's some sort of plan that satisfies me. And if you want to, it doesn't necessarily done by next month, but if it's done, I can spend my time to look at it. And then as time goes by, you've got meetings to talk about other people in the city about that. Give a better clear picture. Does that all make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Hey, Charles, anything to add?
Stuart really good. I don't see it as this chapter. Departments of audit. I don't know if that's something that's going to be clear later on down the line as far as budget be done.
Yeah, I think the budget. I know you meet with council leadership together. And then internal auditors historically let's dive deep into the budget which gives us and then also Emily and your chairman the budget office on those types of things.
So that describes the conditions of any financial position. So,
And I think the goal of this committee is to kind of sketch out the needs, make sure you work, and there will be some meetings. I think what's come over time is this position is some. want to recognize Jerry's sign.
Maybe have a new. I know. Just relay bugs. Gotta save on money. Within the budget, right? Yeah. Gotta save on money for these certifications.
I know. So with that, I think we can call ourselves.
Thank you.
Next to everyone.
Yeah, but like, this is Lansing, this is Lansing, this